Game week, man, finally here. What are your emotions like right now?
Yeah, I'm just taking one day at a time. I mean, watching film, getting as much time in we can with the receivers, with the offense, and like I said, just taking it one practice at a time and getting as much film as we can. Watching film with the guys that are going to be playing Saturday, and just trying to get the upper hand on that. But super excited. Heard it's going to be close to a sellout, if not a sellout, so we're excited about that.
Coach Kirkpatrick said that you were watching film pretty much all summer on these guys. Has
I
it
was.
paid off now that you've seen their defense now for a week of practice?
Yeah, it has. I mean, the goal on game day is to go out there and like you've seen it before, like you've played them before, and that's kind of what film is. And, I've been watching them forever now. I mean, during summer you have so much spare time. I took that time to dive in NC State and watch as much as I could of them, and then obviously meeting with the coaches now and getting some extra time with them. So it's been good. I got a good feel for them, but obviously first game of the year they can come out there and run something totally different. So I'm sure they'll have some different looks for us, but we're an experienced group. We've seen a lot of looks in our career, so just decided to go out there and compete with them.
How much leash do you have to make changes if you do catch them and they're like, oh, I know what this is?
Yeah.
Do you have
Yeah, I do. This year's kind of one of the first full year where I can kind of do that. We're a lot of our plays we're sending in multiple plays, and then based on the look, I'll call the play that we have. So, I appreciate the coaches trust me in that, and just got to go out there and produce. And that's what a lot of the film, watching film and seeing, if I get this look, what is the weakness of it, and just stuff like that.
You know what ECU, NC State's all about. So
Yeah.
how important is it maybe not to make it bigger than it is? Like, it is just a football game that comes down to execution on game day.
Yeah, for me, this team's played in big games before. We have a ton of experience coming back, so we've played in big games, and we know not to make it any bigger than it is. Obviously it's an in-state school and it's a big game for us, but at the end of the day, it's just a win. It's one tick in the win or loss column. Hopefully it's a win for us. But I think last year proved we went out there to App State and made it a huge deal, and ended up having a pretty good season after that. So we're just going to go out there. We feel like we can compete with them. We think they're a really good team. We think we're a really good team. So excited to see the matchup.
Did you play in the last game that these two schools
Yeah.
played?
So in 2019 I played. In 2018 I did not, because I was hurt. So.
What do you remember from that?
They kicked our tail. It's the program where it was at the time when we played them is not the program that it is now. So we're excited to go out there and show that this program has changed, and this program, this city has changed. So we're excited to go out there and play them and kind of show them that.
They just told us there's only about 2,000 seats left.
Heck
that
yeah.
says wonders about what you're just saying.
Yeah, for sure. I think, when I came here in 2018, it was nowhere close to being sold out in any of the games. So I'm just excited to have Pirate football back. I think, we've worked really hard in this. Coach Houston and his staff and, these seniors have worked really hard to get this program back to where it is. Now it's going to go out there and compete. And, they're a national team now, so excited to go compete with them.
Any games from this rivalry that you attended as a kid kind of stick out, growing up here?
Yeah, the pick with Damian Magazoo when he picked it in overtime when Russell Wilson was here, that was a pretty cool one. I think it was 2016. I was at all of them, but probably the overtime win was pretty cool. I remember growing up.
How much crossover for you? I asked the other guys. Miles said he has a high school teammate and some other Greensboro guys. You're playing against the guys that you probably know.
Yeah.
This week, how is that? Leading up to the game.
Yeah, you can't really think about that too much. I do know a bunch of those guys because they were in my final two, so I got recruited with a bunch of those guys. Especially, they're really senior heavy. Fifth year heavy, so a bunch of those guys I got recruited with and kind of have relationships with. A bunch of them I played in the Shrine Bowl with, so I know them all really well. Devin, their quarterback, was my roommate or one of my roommates in the Manning Passing Academy, so I know him pretty well. Obviously, I know Coach Jordan really well too, so there's a bunch of crossover there.
You know all his weaknesses now, Holton.
I don't know. We'll see Saturday.
So a lot of times, I guess it's more of an NFL thing when they talk about when one quarterback matched up against another in the record.
Yeah.
Even though you're not on the same field as the same at the, y'all are on the field at the same time. Do you kind of relish that, going toe-to-toe with another great quarterback?
Yeah. Devin's had a really good career. Obviously, he's going to get projected, all over the place, and he has a lot of hype around him. So he's a good dude. We're competitors, but at the end of the day, we are friends too. So, wish him nothing but the best. Obviously, not Saturday, but other than that, he's a great dude, and wish him but the best.
Sounds like Keaton Mitchell will do some kick returns, so I know you won't be out there. But what it'll be like watching that on the sideline, maybe to start a game or just throughout the year?
Probably like watching Chris Johnson when I was growing up. So I hope it's like that. That's what I'm expecting. So he's as electric as anyone I've seen since Chris Johnson. So I'm glad he's on my team.
You said he got faster in the offseason.
He did.
He get faster?
No, yeah, he did. He did. Hopefully you'll see a bunch of those run Saturday.
Everybody stand up, get your hands up, let our team know that we got they back. This is our house, this is our town, our time, breaker 1-9, copy that. Everybody in the stands go bananas, scream loud, but don't hold back. Every foot, every yard, every first down, every touchdown with the cannons blast. Get it on, get it all, get the wave going like a hurricane, y'all make